How do things change when you bring in a new player? You kind of just see what he likes to do, adapt it with what you were doing before, maybe change up some stuff. Like, it is a little bit different with a new player, because even though you might just plug in one player, it can completely change your map pool sometimes. So like, maybe let's say the map pool, or like the worst map that we had in Hardpoint becomes like a decent map for us, or one of our better maps becomes like our quote unquote worst or whatever. So like sometimes that happens with team changes. Most of the time it'll happen with like a 2-man change, but it can definitely happen with a 1-person change, and even with like search and control as well. He's been fitting in well, obviously. All right, quick B out of LAT here, and it's a counter A, or a counter street from Falcon. So no one playing safe B. This relies on Dan to stay alive as long as possible so that these guys can get up to B as quick as possible. And the fact that they don't have anything here, and once they don't see anything towards middle or towards blue over here, when these guys start pushing in through, they're going to have to wrap back as a team, the defense. So they see Dan over here. This is going to activate AG. These two guys are going to try and hit through probably B, or sorry, through blue or through A, or fully wrap back, knowing that it's probably B hit. Number 2 is going to be the first one to get information on a possibility of something B. So this is just a blind counter, honestly. So 1 wrap back to court. AG's on the pinch over here. They get bombed down, but again, they need to be cautious of any pinches through gens and through stage. Very, very important. This is a big job by Dan Ghosty, because he needs to basically hold their back. What they can do now here is either they can obviously just stay towards the 18 or push out their side if they wanted to, because they already have Dan here. So let's see what they end up deciding to do. So they're just going to keep this setup. They like it. Again, Dan fully watching the pinch. Just got to make sure you're watching this gen pinch too. That's basically what number 5 is doing. He's watching for like the hop up and also looking at his gen push. Actually, I think number 7 is also kind of looking at it too. The big thing here is these two guys obviously wrapping full deep from P4 side. So number 6 is going to get the first information on them. They're not getting any information. They realize that they're playing tight onto the site. Again, Paco, first guy to get information, gets the first kill on the truck. Huge first blood. Ernie moves on to the truck heady. Again, they're giving up their gen push, I think, or at least they're just making 7 watch it. So this could be, you know, an opening for number 3 if you were to take it through gens. But he backs up, realizes, did he actually get in a gunfight with Dan here? Okay, no, he just doesn't know where the pinch is coming through, and he feels like he has to help these guys court. Get a kill court, another one beamed off the truck. Last guy alive is AG, he was on the pinch, and they can film. No game audio. Bro, why does it keep resetting? That's my bad, dude. Fixing. All right, let me know if that's good. I don't want to make it too loud, because I still obviously want my voice to be louder than the casters, but as long as you have some type of game audio. Bet. Hey, what's good, Abdullah?
Yeah, no, I don't know if they could have applied pressure off of it, or if they were going to, but I thought under invisible walls.
All right, so this time LAT's on defense. Pretty good defensive team on rewind. You have number 8 watching for the deep burger cross. You have Paco, who's really important here. He's going straight to burger. He's going to watch this blue cross. So anyone that's coming through blue, he sees them. They don't have anyone yellow watching the burger cross themselves, so they're not going to get information on Paco yet. Number 5, close glass push. Obviously seeing anything that might be coming up stage real quick. And then you have Envoy, who's going to be their B-side player. Looks like he's playing on top of the wall here too. So he plays on top of the wall. If he's met with something, maybe tax or something, he drops down and plays safer and waits for people to wrap back with him. On the offensive side here, quick full-on B hit, 2 blue, 2 stage. They're just aping this A site, probably just going to try and get the bomb down instantly. As you see here, Paco gets a free route to this burger cross, and he can see people inside blue because they didn't watch it themselves. They don't have information on it, and these guys are gonna have to deal with a really annoying Paco in this position. They also have people mid cut here too. So the person who was at the mid, garbage heady who was watching this, he's gonna push up P1. The guy who's glass gonna wrap out with him, and they can hit this P1 from a different angle this time. So they double it. Trades go down. SnD actually gets 2. Once again, though, 3v2, they still have Paco who's towards burger, so they know where this guy is. They don't know where the other guy is, but assuming towards B side in some area.
Is where he's been able to make so many plays, kind of aggressive through burger. Him and Scrap will kind of switch up who's playing that defensively, and they'll find openers. But you take the numbers early.
Falcons realizes, last guy would have been towards B side. Let's just try and teamwork him out. Fact is, he gave it up to go look at towards A, so technically no one's here except, the first guy that is going to be Envoy who, was B, ended up going towards A. He's going to go back towards the court wall here, but he will probably be met with SnD right now here. He actually gets the kill. That's a huge kill. He gets out with his life, and number 6 has also been wrapping from burger side and gets a kill on Alec, trying to take too much space towards the B side. 1v2, Priesta with bomb. All he has is a prayer with number 7 and number 6 kind of holding hands towards B. He actually gets the timing to get the bomb down, but these guys are right here. This will be easy clear once it's out. Yeah.
That is tough. Unfortunately, it's don't clear behind the truck, and that's where both players for Thieves are lying. And he's had some wrong with a young player, but how much that weight.
So LAT leading 2-0. They win those first 2. Let's see what they try and do on offense here. So 2 guys, 1 guy deep, 1 guy again probably going to push out towards burger for maybe a late play if they ended up doing something like towards B, maybe a wrap towards B. Full on A counter from the Falcon side. They have 1 guy deep here, and let's see what Paco's going to do here. He's probably going to insta-chow this shit, right? Yeah, insta-chow just for the info. Make sure no one's crossing a burger. He pushes up through the hole. Doesn't see anything. Tries to get one person. This guy P3 actually doesn't see him. He's just playing P3 for this burger guy. But Paco doesn't end up getting this kill, I don't think. Right? Oh no, he does get the kill. Oh, he gets 2. How the hell does he get 2? Problem here is these guys, this guy Hole and this guy Blue, are tallying exactly at the same time. So AG's focused on this blue kill, while number 6 has to win his 1 here. And as you see, what I said before, late play through burger late in the round by Envoy here. And I never see this cross. Alex playing a little bit deeper. And this guy's already gone through burger while he's trying to watch the drive-through. So, oh, he actually turns for him anyway. I mean, this is a good pickup, but holy shit, he should not have gotten this kill. I feel like Envoy should get this kill. Good read by Alec, I guess. Holy shit. B side control for LAT now. They've wrapped it. Alec has pushed through towards burger. He's kind of flipped sides now, so defense is kind of taking offensive side. Offense is kind of taking defensive side. Problem is they're a little bit split, so they're trying to get information, assuming right now that they're planning towards B, so that's why Priesta is kind of probably going to get caught here. He just thinks it's them planning B because they have no side control, so that's a free blood for them. And 2v1. They seize both guys' court. Actually gets 1 with his life out. They gotta plant the bomb or chow this guy. Scrap stays in his corner. Alec, really good round. Again, he probably should have died in the first place. Did he see? There's no way. Did he see Envoy cross here? I'm trying to think, or I'm trying to see from his arrow. I feel like he does. I'm not sure. I don't think so, actually. I don't know. So why does he turn around so quick? I think he just reacts. That's just a good reaction. Because Envoy misses his first shots, he just instantly turns. That's a really big turn on. And it ends up winning them the round. Once again, Paco going for a quick burger play. Again, getting this blue cross. They have one guy playing towards B side. We have another deep street holder. And then glass information for A. This is kind of what a spread, I guess, would look like on this map. It's a really weirdly designed map in terms of how it just, plays out. But it's not, I mean, obviously, I think it's a pretty decent search map. It's 100% better than Skyline Vault. But this is what like a spread would kind of look like. And from the Falcon side, they're just going to go 8B here. 4-man B rush. Let's see how this is met with Envoy over here as a solo B guy. He gets some shots down. Just playing his life. He gets over towards the truck. He's getting information for these guys. So 5 and 8 can wrap back. 8 will probably wrap back deep. 5 will probably stay courtyard. Number 6, again, he was already towards Burger. Didn't see anything blue. So now he can do a free pinch towards the backside. And maybe cause some chaos over around here. And again, like we saw in round 1 with LAT, Alec is probably going to be the pinch watcher. He's massive here. He's going to have to hold these type of pinches, or someone will probably hold the gens pitch for him, but anything coming around this area will be really important for him to pick up if they end up hitting towards this B site. He's met with Envoy in the truck. Once again, buying time. 5 has stayed here. 8 is wrapped fully. No one's died yet on the B side. They don't have site control. This is opening up a ticking time bomb for Paco here to make a play. Ticking time bomb. You have to make a play here. You either have to wrap or you sit still, try and wait for a pick. But again, ticking time bomb. Paco kills Alec, who's should be the pinch watcher. It's the only problem is that they haven't gotten site control yet, and they need to realize what the gap is. The gap here is everything on this side of the map, basically. Even P1 side. This whole part of the map was completely open because they try to go for the B push. They don't do it fast enough. They're met with counters from LAT. Paco makes a play, and now they're completely pinched. Like they're just 3 basically inside A, and all the B guys are gonna just try and swarm them from different angles, going into A. You're just trapped here now. This is just so chalked. So when you do VOD on the gentlemen, like the gentlemates, do you do it the same way like you are now? I mean, I'm not gonna break it down like this as if I'm like teaching, but we'll watch VOD, yeah. This is more of like instructional for people who aren't necessarily familiar. And I'm like breaking down like mid-round stuff too. Like mid-round stuff is a little bit different because it's kind of on the fly. You just need to know what to do in situational stuff. But I guess like obviously the break off stuff and any little tendencies after the break off. But if it's like a 3v2 or a 2v2, whatever, that's just on the fly stuff. Yeah, like yeah, I'm not gonna break it down like this. Like we'll watch it, and we'll break it down, but not to this extent. I'm breaking it down as if, again, I'm more instructional for you guys. All right, slow spread out of LAT over here. And when I say slow spread on offense, it's mainly like if you're not full out hitting B and you're not full out hitting stage, it's basically a slow spread. So you probably have one guy holding gens here, one guy holding stage. Again, blue information. Paco's actually using an AR here. And one guy deep street for, burger information or just, deep cross info. The problem here is for Vegas, again, another blind counter on defense. They're not spreading like LAT is, so they're going to be doing a blind B counter, double zig, double B. So the goal here is that if they're met with anything B, obviously number 1 and number 4 are going to get information as soon as possible, and then you're instantly going to have 2 guys quickly pushing gens. The problem here is if it's not B, what do? Right? So what's step 2? So step 2 here is you don't see anything here. These guys are still probably going to push out gens. Now they're going to be met with number 5 and number 7. So being able to accurately read the situation of where number 5 and number 7 could be playing in a kind of a spread, and number 5, number 7 actively being ready for something fast like this. So let's see what happens here. And actually, you know what? Number 1's just going to group up with them. So this is a full-on B counter where not only are these guys just playing slow for the B, as soon as nothing's happening, they're also taking the space here. And they're probably just going to group up and fully push through this way. So how does Envoy and how does Scrap react to this? Because they know the gap is here. Obviously, 8 hasn't seen shit. 6 hasn't seen shit. And he didn't see shit blue side, or yeah, while he was blue. So they probably know it is some type of either really weird, like slow play where they're not showing anything, or they're aping the fuck out of B side. Oh, I muted it. My bad. So no one's seen anything. Envoy throws a stun because he knows they could be close here B. Doesn't hit anything with stun. They're already banging out gens. He gets 1. This one is so massive because he's going to die, but he gets 1 at least for what he's doing with his life. Number 8, number 6 now can realize if they see like another guy, they can even take space up through here. They're probably not going to see shit. They can start taking space on the other side of the map. I wonder what Scrap's going to do here. Does he open the door and just try and help him with the trade? Obviously. So what happened to be 4 people going on to 1 person ends up being a 2-for-1 trade for LAT because Envoy gets 1 with his life. They're not able to trade Scrap because he was playing stage, and Scrap's able to initially chow 1 guy who was coming out of the gens. Priesta is more back over here. Alec is obviously even further back, and now they have 0 map control. 8 and 6 are already pushing through P3. This is very dangerous. Because he can go towards bomb, or he can just wrap towards B with them. And they see this guy top truck. And the only reason they see this guy top truck is because 8 and 6 have already activated towards the side of the map. And Scrap's able to get this kill. No point in planting the bomb because your other 2 teammates are pushing through P3. This guy can easily just go back through gens and kill you off bomb. You have 0 map control towards A side anyways. You might as well work together on this side of the map. They see Alec, kill him. Now you have a 3v1.
Probably normally just runs through that, and someone's gonna chow with him, but they just kind of backdoor because they're afraid. Doesn't move on forward. That is a kill. I think you should catch Envoy.
Let's see what LAT does on this defense once again. Okay, so first round where they haven't done the burger cross with Paco or Scrap here, right? So what are they going to do? I'm assuming with the way that they're moving right now, they're going to have Paco play B side, obviously. Maybe in the truck, maybe deep here. Some spot safe B. And I'm assuming these guys are either going to double zig or double stage with Scrap watching over them. Let's see. Wow, okay, so instead of being aggressive with a double stage, they're just gonna hold this they're gonna hold the stage push through, expecting them to do some type of quick stage thing themselves. Again, obviously, Paco is the lone player B side. He's playing, it looks like inside the truck or on top of the truck. I'm not sure where exactly right now. We have 1 right side glass, 2 left side glass, expecting them to make some type of quick pressure towards A side. Good angle by Paco. Look at this angle. He sees them through this crack in the mirror thing. And look how LAT react. They don't see anything. Quick A, boom. Already getting space towards B. Number 5 is going to wrap towards Paco just in case. Number 8 is going to wrap towards the street side. And now they're just going to play for retake. Number 7 is playing outside of the court here, expecting them to, you know, motion up, get the plant, allow them to plant. You know, Envoy even has an AR in this situation. This is a map where everyone on LAT right now is using an AR. They're actually running 4 ARs right now. This is sometimes what you'll see on defenses for some teams, especially if they're playing spreads like this. Because you even saw Paco over here when he was Burger, he was using AR. Envoy's using AR right now. You know Dan and Scrap are using ARs, and Paco's using AR because you saw him on the truck. So they're just playing for control and retake.
They've been dominating for the most part, but the offense is stalled out for now for Falcons. And this is kind of the more passive thief setup. You don't have the aggressive.
Now Vegas, they're just going to work this together. Obviously, on the offensive side here, they didn't get any information at the start. They were waiting for them to make an aggressive push themselves out of LAT. So they have no map control now. They're going to have to basically retake A as if they didn't have it. So you see them trying to clear stage right now. 1 and 3 clearing stage because they didn't have it before. They have to respect the possibility of LAT being here already. You see how slowly they have to retake this? SnD is still gens. He's waiting for anyone that might be pushing through B side. No one's pushed through Zig on the defensive side, so it looks like they'll probably just go for the plant in a second here. Problem is here, they're getting wall banged here. Number 5 is wall banging them, making them tweak just a little bit. From that, Paco has already made some space on the left-hand side. He's made space through, you know, towards P5, and you'll see late activations. And again, on the offensive side, you're gonna have to keep your head on the swivel. Number 3, this is AG. He's gonna have to keep his head and eyes, you know, peeled for anything that might be coming through either stage side or a pinch through gens or something like that, or even a deep pinch through blue. Is 4 far too back? No. I mean, he's just getting stream information. Personally, I would probably like him to be a little bit closer. Yeah, sure. But I'm assuming, is trying to do the exact same thing that LAT was doing the other round, where they're going to try and get the A plant, and he's going to try and push through Burger, late activate through here, and get some core pressure. You see a lot of times people try and do late Burger plays like this. So that's exactly what he's trying to do. And you see AG, good play, good pickup. He's picking up the possibility of a gens or an RV pinch here. Let's see if he wins the fight though. Paco sees him. AG gets out with his life. Unfortunately, on the other side though, because AG is focused and has to focus on this flank, only one person can watch over SnD on bomb. Meanwhile, LAT is already taking the time to hit through this. SnD, or sorry, who is it? SnD has the bomb, obviously. Priesta was only watching his Zig. That's the only thing he can watch, so no one's watching glass. They push through glass at the perfect moment. That's 2 kills on bomb. Last 2 guys, Burger and Stage. They kill the guy Burger. AG last alive. They're playing these defenses really well, obviously.
Maybe he was going to get a third and have a chance. I didn't see what the last player was, how close they were for a potential trade, but doesn't matter. They closed it out 5 rounds up. And Envoy able to get 3, right? Oh yeah, because he came and got the first 2. He went. Yeah, true. That's true. Well, I think about how many tires we need. Are you think about like little hot wheels?
Similar offensive strat to what they did before. Remember, Envoy crossover to Burger. They have Dan watching the middle cross. Paco again, probably using air once again, watching blue. And Scrap is going to go stage. So again, pretty slow on offense here, just getting information on what they're trying to do. And on the Falcon side, one guy had gone over to A. We have another guy playing the deep cross. AG is playing towards Burger, and Alec is actually playing right behind this flip car over here. This is a really cruddy spot. You saw it probably if you watched the SnD Dylan video, where you can play underneath this car, but you also get a lot of information from the street and from like blue side over here. So again, more of a street counter, A counter. If they didn't see anything street over or A over here, no one going B, it would probably be on number 1 to wrap over deep towards B to help that out. But they see these guys crossing over Burger. Let's see if Envoy wins this fight. He doesn't. AG has an AR in this situation, wins the fight. So 3 ARs out of FaZe. The only guy with a sub, unfortunately, has to have an AR gunfight with AG and loses it. And with that, because they died over here, Scrap realizes he's alone towards stage side. So once again, the same type of thing. They don't have no information B. This guy could have, they could have had people pushing through gens, pushing through RV. So he has to back up, kind of respect that. And with that space that's being created, SnD, who was towards A, is already pushed up towards their stage. So again, a big round out of Vegas here because they have so much map control in this specific scenario with what LAT was trying to do. Scrap realizes he's gotten some space towards B. Unfortunately, he does get stunned. This is a big stun out of Priesta again. They get to kill Burger. No one was B side for them. Let's throw a stun over here just to make sure that they're not coming here. He does throw the stun, so they realize that he is here. And Scrap is just alone here. He's probably just going to try and, take a timing, make a play. But it was almost, I don't want to say chalk from the start after Envoy dies, but it basically was with 0 map control after that. Once again, Paco, fast Burger. Envoy is going to be their B-side player, probably playing a little bit safer now. Instead of playing on the wall like he was in the previous rounds, he's probably going to play a little bit safer. That's why he's taking this deeper route. I would assume one guy is going to go play safe towards glass or towards the court wall over here, and another guy obviously getting the deep cross. Again, on the Falcon side, nothing here. No Burger cross information, so they're probably not going to see Paco Burger, and he could make a play here. You see what's happening here? Priest is watching this deep cross, but no one is watching this Burger cross. Usually you do it from yellow. So he's going to get angles on these guys blue. I'm assuming he gets a kill here.
That's true. You're right. I meant nothing negative.
Or, okay, he's actually just going to see this guy initially and try and shoot him. But he realizes, like, his team already has, like, some glass side control. So as long as he stays over here, Burger, again, he's going to try and just make late plays. If Priestess doesn't re-challenge him here, again, these guys are going to have to respect that Paco's just Burger. You also stream on YouTube so I can rewind? Dude, I keep forgetting to set up the multi-stream because I was able to do it before, but I reset it. But I will upload these videos. I'll upload these videos. So again, Priesta doesn't want any chows on that side. He's gonna wrap around deep side, call this guy's Burger. These guys blue are gonna help play for it. But look at the spot that Paco's playing. Like obviously, he's Burger once again with an AR. Again, 4 ARs on defense. I'm assuming Envoy's also using an AR here because that's what he was doing last round. So he sees through this police car and can get some tags on. But he is singled out, so if he dies here, that's big. But he doesn't get a kill, and he gets out with his life. He gets information, 2 blue, and 1 guy deep street. So from this, these guys can make a play off of that. The only, obviously, openings are V, Gens, Zig, which one of them is. So let's see how they play off of this. Scrap is going to take stage control. They see this guy Zig exit, try to bust open the door. They see him now. So they basically know where everyone is. Or a general sense of basically where everyone is. So they're just going to hold this map control. Scrap even tries to take too much space. I don't know. I would rather him not have an AR in this situation. That's why I'm surprised that like he, in this strat, like obviously I think he wants to get stage control because of the information they have, which I understand. It's just unfortunate he has an AR in this situation. Like if you had, I don't know, maybe it's just the wrong personnel, but if you had Envoy do this with a sub and then you play DP, or if you were the one to go Burger and Envoy or Paco's the one to go towards glass with what's it called? With Dan here watching over him, So he has a sub in this situation. I feel like that's better. I don't know. That's maybe a nitpick, but I feel like I'd rather have a sub in this in this area for sure. AG wins that. That's just a sub diff up close. Taryn, appreciate the sub with Prime. Thank you. So AG wins the gunfight up close. Paco isn't able to get anything towards Burger's side, so he has to back up towards P3 with his life. Now we're kind of stuck playing just a spread and giving up all of A site control. I'd be very surprised if LAT wins this round. They just have 0 map control to work with. They know where Paco is. Envoy's going to try and make a play because, again, there's nothing more you can do. So you have to take some type of chances. He's going to try and make a play through RV and maybe get a timing. Let's see if Presta wraps back and picks this up, or if AG turns around and keeps looking for the pinch.
Yeah, he got a little antsy. He's like, I'm sending it, bro. I don't care what weapon
He's going to pick it up. Is he going to pick it up in time? He sees him. So he sees him. I think AG was probably going to get the kill anyways, because he turned around. Or I don't know if he reacted off the comm or he turned around right at the moment. Regardless, whatever, they were still going to get the information on him. Bomb's going to go down. This pretty much chalk for LAT, I assume.
It's paying off here for Vegas.
in. 2v4 retake chance for Hydra and Ghosty. Fred
And AG gets 2 more.
so you have an RC
That's the ace, right? Yeah, it had to have been. Because he got the first kill on scrap too.
next defense, and they're getting aggressive.
All right, fast pushes out of both teams here. So we have fast stage with the last guy Jin, and fast zig with the. Actually, this is the same strat that they did before, right? They have the 2 guys blue side, or sorry, not blue side, court side on the wall. Alex is gonna go deeper. This guy's gonna go gens to meet up with these 2 guys going zig. Full on counter. Remember the last time they did this, no one went gens here for LAT. It was kind of like that spread that they were doing before. This time they'll probably at least get it was just Envoy who was right here and he ended up getting a piece. Or 1 kill and got traded and then Scrap got the other kill. I think that's what happened. Regardless, they're gonna be met with someone here faster. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, these have a car, so I'm gonna play around the info, trying to catch them gens.
Wow, that sucks. Okay. So they're met with Envoy, and this should be the freest kill of their lives. Unfortunately, they don't get the kill and they team kill. They end up trading, but with that, extra time that was needed for that first kill, Scrap reacts to it and is able to get the kill. And obviously they had pushed Paco through stage. He realizes that it was basically a zig counter, and he can get pushed up and reflank zig if he wants to here. That's just really unfortunate with a team kill. Yeah, and Paco gets that kill zig. Last guy Alec, he's their B-side player. Gets 1, but they know where he is. So a pretty clean LAT search. I really liked how they played the defenses actually. But yeah, Rewind obviously looking good for LAT. And I don't know, I kind of like the diversity of the shit that you can do on Rewind. It's definitely a lot better than Skyline and Vault. I'm really surprised they took this map out compared to those maps, but that was a good one.